Good morning, it's Friday and welcome to another episode of Choir Leader Not in a Kayak. I'm back in the garden and I hope you're well. I hope you've had a good week during lockdown in Great Britain. And this week's episode is all about rainbows, because it would appear that rainbows are everywhere. Last Saturday I spent some time making a rainbow out of sequins, and it took me a really long time, but it was great because it's exactly what my mind needed to just concentrate on tiny repetitive movements. So my rainbow in my window is a thing of great beauty, and as many other people in the country and indeed the world, we're creating rainbows to recognise the wonderful work of the key workers during this difficult time. I haven't made much music this week because I had a week off from choirs, but that was good. I did lots of my own personal music making, but I did decide to do some writing. I'm not a writer, but I can write, as I suspect you can write. We can pick up a pencil and put a few thoughts into a book. So I decided to write something this week. I had lots and lots of dreams, and I woke up and decided to put pen to paper, and I'm going to be very brave and share it with you. If you like it, that's amazing, and if you don't, it doesn't really matter, because it's just a little bit of writing and a little bit of fun. So this is a piece of writing called Over the Rainbow and Over the Hill. I'm going to go through each of the colours of the rainbow and you'll get the drift. Red. She's 18 and dressed top to toe in red. A gash of poppies across her innocent lips, and she's ready to party. 32 years later, her daughter suggests she wears red lipstick again. Let's see, she goads. With expert precision across the familiar Cupid's bow, she applies the once coveted colour to her older, paler lips. Oh, it doesn't really suit you anymore. Too bright, too bold, maybe just too old. Orange. She immerses her short arms into the makeshift Christmas stocking. She knows that Santa isn't real, but she plays along, desperate to still believe in magic. Disappointed if she doesn't find one, but embarrassed yet elated upon discovering the bright orange satsuma wrapped lovingly in cotton wool from the bathroom cabinet. Traditional homemade snowballs. I wonder when that tradition ended. Now I simply devour them and watch the teenage boy as the juice drips playfully down his chin. Yellow. She jumped in the yellow sports car for their first official date. A hot summer night, an outdoor concert, a picnic, and the start of a new romance. It matches the colour of my teeth, he said. He still says that. His teeth aren't yellow, though. Green. The colour of freedom, of cartwheels and countryside. She skips, she runs, and she practices her handstands until she's giddy with pride. Still a child at 53, and green around the gills as she navigates her way in the complicated world of the seriousness of being a grown-up. Peter Pan in green. I'll be your Wendy if you'll hold my hand. Let's fly. Blue. The blue logo on the 747 tail. International, sophisticated, her cobalt blue scarf knotted cheekily at her neck, jacket buttoned, high heels on. 17 years, aisle or window, smoking or non-smoking, chicken or beef. But now she's grounded. She looks up to the sky from her suburban garden as she holds the tiny new child. It's often blue with babies. Indigo. Fancy name for purple, or is it very dark blue? I'm still unsure. But it's definitely the colour of Advent, of her favourite blooms. Sincere and empowering, the heavy scent of Christian Dior. It's called Poison. It makes my stomach churn at 5 o'clock in the morning on an early shift. The young artist in the house today calls them Pantones. She knows her Prussian blues from her azure. She's smart, like the blue uniform. Or was it indigo? Violet. Tiny, round, sugary discs with an indentation to balance the sweetie on your tongue. unwrap the cellophane and be intoxicated by the sickly, addictive aroma. Parma violets, 2 packets for a penny. That's 2 halfpennies buffed and shone, courtesy of Duraglit. A rose, bought 25 years ago. Just a small stick from Asda. She planted it with no desire to be a gardener, just the vision of a floral porch. And now, each May, she delights us with her soft, fragrant blooms. Neighbours stop and admire, and strangers stop to talk about her beauty. Come and smell, I always say. Shyly they approach, but I know that they will breathe deeply and be immersed in her magic as they inhale. Faded, graceful, delicately sharing her splendour for a few short weeks. Her life, like mine, clings closely to the bricks and mortar of her home, sharing her time with a community as familiar as the colours of a rainbow. She's over the rainbow and over the hill. And despite it being a series of black dots on a white page, the music is always colourful. It's never black and white. I really hope you enjoyed my story, and I really hope you have a safe and great week. See you next time. Lots of love.